Plaintiff Caitlin Simpson says when she started dating the defendant, he said he wanted a baby. But when she ended up pregnant, the defendant denied paternity. Caitlin petitioned the court for a paternity test, and she's suing for damaged property and emotional distress. Defendant Matt Wiley says he and Caitlin had sex the first night they met, and although he knew she had a boyfriend, he didn't find out she was also married until she turned up pregnant. As a result of Caitlin's lies, Matt has doubts about fathering her baby, and he's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Okay, in October of 2014, me and Matt started seeing each other.
That's incorrect.
Let her finish and I'll let you give your side. Go ahead.
Okay, and then in November, we got together and he mainly just moved in on me. And then he kept telling me that my daughter was giving him baby fever, so he wanted to have a baby.
He wanted his own child. How old was your daughter at that time?
She was 2.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, and then, he kept asking me, did I love him? And I told him yes. And he asked me how much. I told him enough. Well, later that night.
You said enough.
I
You didn't say very much.
did. No.
You love me? How much? Enough.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, later that night, when we slept together, he had an accident, which really was an accident because he wanted a baby. Well, then in October,
The night that I met her, we slept together, yes.
Okay, well then,
He had an accident.
yes,
And that caused your pregnancy.
yes. And I wasn't very happy, but he was. He told his mom and everybody else that I had a baby on the way. And now he wants to deny our daughter, when he wanted a baby, so that's why I petitioned for a DNA test to show him that she is his baby.
You'll give me your take on the background.
The day that we met, I came from the bar, and she called me, told me to come back. We ended up sleeping with each other that day. December, she told me she was pregnant, which I'm thinking, normal, it takes at least 2 months for a pregnancy test to come up. I've been with her for a month. In December, about 2 weeks from Christmas, this is when she told me that she was still married, and to start it all off, she was cheating on a guy when she got with me in the first place.
Technically, you knew I was married when you got with me. Because me and him's been separated since 2013.
No, I knew you was with a guy when I got with you. The one that
knew I was
drives the
married
red
also.
4-wheel drive Chevy truck. I did not know you was married until you told me you was pregnant.
No, that's not true.
How you know? Was you there, ma'am?
Because I'm the mother of her husband that she's married to, and yes.
Prior. Still married.
Yes. But that
said,
has nothing.
You got her.
I rest my case.
The point of the
That's
whole
right.
story,
He said,
she
"I
was
rest
sleeping
my
around
case."
with 3 different people. I love this child with more than my heart. She has left
You gotta
her
stand
with
up and talk to me
She
now.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. She have left her with her boyfriend's cousin. She has left her with different guys. She's left her with a next door neighbor. And since Mathis broke up, she's had about 6 or 7 different boyfriends living with
Really?
her.
They don't know who I date. They don't live with me.
All right, well,
they
are
don't see
you-
what I do every day.
You 6 deep or not? What
The boyfriend, I
you
know,
got?
I might as well be 12.
Your Honor, she's talked to me.
That's enough, Mama. You know too much. I should have never let you get out. All right. So you took control of this. Go ahead, sir. So you were telling me that you suspect the child isn't yours. Is that what all this means?
Yes, sir.
Because of the
Your
timing
Honor.
and the other gentleman she was with during
Yes,
that
Your
same time period?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you been assuming paternity?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
So why did you change your mind all of a sudden?
Well, I
why
mean,
did it
it's
become a question?
not so much assuming paternity, it's giving this baby, if she is or not mine, what she deserves and what she needs, and that's a loving, caring family. I buy her diapers, I buy her wipes, I buy her...
No, you don't buy her
Oh,
diapers.
yes, she does, Caitlin.
He is not- you have not-
gives me
That,
money to
$20.
help take care of her.
That,
He gives me money
I
to take care
give
of my brand.
my mother money.
Tell me about the property you're suing about, ma'am.
Okay, in February of 2015, me and him got into it that night because of my brother's facial hair in the bathroom sink. So he
Because of what?
My
Your
brother's facial hair, because he was accusing me of
Shaved
cheating
and
on
didn't-
him.
Oh,
Yes.
he accused you of
So,
cheating.
I told him I was done. I'm tired of being accused of cheating, just for him to leave. He punched my bathroom cabinet and damaged it. And then when I tried to get my cell phone, he fought me for my cell phone. He grabbed me, he shook me, threw me against the wall. So I left and went 2 blocks over to call her because I didn't want to be nowhere around him. And then when I got back to my house, the police was there, I guess from my neighbor calling the police, which at that time he was gone. He took off after I left. And the police took pictures of the damage he'd done to my house. He threw my TV in the floor, he punched the bathroom cabinet, he shattered my cell phone.
What do you want to say, sir?
On that night, we got in an argument, and she got upset and started tripping out and yelling. At this time, I threatened to leave. She threw her cell phone at me. I did leave. I slammed the door. My TV fell off of the TV stand and hit the ground.
Was it his TV or yours?
No, sorry, it was not.
And this was her home?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you didn't live there?
Yes, Your Honor, I did for 4 months, or 3 months.
How long
sir.
did you live there?
A year.
All right. Whose name was the home in?
It was in my name.
In her name, there's a presumption that the television was hers. You must overcome that presumption with evidence. He had an accident.
Yes.
And that caused your pregnancy.
Yes, and I wasn't very happy, but he was. He told his mom and everybody else that I had a baby on the way. And now he wants to deny our daughter, you know, when he wanted a baby, so that's why I petitioned for a DNA test to show him that she is his baby.
Plaintiff Caitlin Simpson dated the defendant, and she claims he wanted a baby. But after she got pregnant, the defendant denied paternity. So Caitlin petitioned the court for a DNA test.
What happened with the police? Did they arrest
Well, they
charge
arrested him. Yes, City of Florence charged him with the charges. I did not go to court
And
not
what was
one
the
time.
result?
I honestly
Sir?
don't know.
Did they arrest you, sir?
Oh, yes, sir.
And
yes,
were
Your
you
Honor.
charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the outcome of those charges?
I pleaded guilty because I did not have time to go to trial. I had time.
Okay.
But I pleaded guilty because if I didn't, I got out that day pleading guilty.
Okay.
If,
I don't know what you just said. But all I do know is you said you pled guilty.
If I did not plead guilty, then I would have had to wait in jail for a month, losing my job for trial.
Or they wouldn't have given you a bond? They give people a bond before the case begins.
If I plead guilty. That's the reason I pled guilty.
No, that's not true. Okay. I don't know anything about the law. My fault. Thank you.
That's not true.
All right, ma'am. Your counterclaim, how does she owe you, sir?
For saying that I have put my hands on her, for making false obligations with the court, I know that
Even though you pled guilty
pled-
to it.
Yes, sir.
You want to
Yes,
sue
sir.
her for it.
And I had the police report right here if you want to see it.
Let's see it, please. He said the reason he pled guilty because they don't give out bonds.
Yeah, that's
No,
not
sir.
true.
Unless you plead guilty. That's the only way you get a bond. I see you're asking $235, and the balance of the $2,500 is for emotional distress? All right, and let's find out whether you're the father of the child. And what do you think, Mama?
I've always felt like she was mine. I love the
Then
baby
why you
with
let him
all
come
my
in here
heart.
questioning it? You say you speak for him on everything else.
Wait, I thought I had
Because
6
I'm-
guys that I was
Because I feel
sleeping
like
with.
it's my grandbaby. I mean, because I know my grandkids. I have 14 grandbabies.
So you
And I
think
know my
he is
grandbabies.
the father
The other ones,
No, of this one.
of this child that he's questioning. He's questioning whether
Reason
this
she got
is
four
his
yes,
kids by
child.
I'm
three
sorry.
husbands doesn't
She's got 3 different kids by 3 different
No,
men.
Got it.
technically 2 of my kids
Four,
got a husband.
3.
So anyway, reason I just feel the baby's mine.
Right.
I
All right.
love her. I've
And he's
had her
not
more than
sure.
she has.
I'm not sure
No, you
because
have
of the
not.
situation that she was.
I have
on
to.
me.
You kept her one time and you
I
let her
worked
sit
6
there
days
and
a week.
cry for 2 hours. She's got it on her
had
cell
a
phone.
week and a
Hey,
half
yes, Your
because
Honor.
she started a new
Your
job.
Honor, I've got proof. I've got a bunch of people that backs me up. She went to Tunica for a week. I had her. She went.
Mother's Day, she
Mother's
got
Day, she
drunk.
brought her to me and went and got drunk Saturday night. And didn't come
baby
and get her
got
on
drunk?
Mother's Day.
No,
I
oh,
had her
the
for
mother
one
got
day.
drunk.
She had her in her walker, and she was crying for 2 hours. She's got
It was
on her
not 2
cell
hours.
phone
No, sir.
where she was crying, and she wouldn't even pick her up.
All right. And Matthew Wiley is the father. So you're going to pay for a lot more than diapers when you get down to that child support services court. I bet you that. Congratulations to you. At least you're smiling.
So
All right.
unfortunately, after all the men I was sleeping with,
I'm taking her.
supposedly,
Remember
you can't take her.
You can't.
Okay.
I'm right behind her. I've got
'Cause I work 6 days a
say
week.
I had her the whole time.
Because you work
lady's
6
like,
days
"Yeah,
a week,
I
you
work
can't
Monday
take her?
through Saturday.
She leaves her
That's-
day and night while she works all week long.
You're all going to have to get along well enough to be able to co-parent this child. I can tell you that. If you want to get in all these custody disputes, it's better to just be decent with each other and work out visitation plans and live your own lives, but attend to the child as mother and father would do, not as husband and wife, but as mother and father. Anything else from you, grandmother? You still have. What else?
I just wish she could go through classes and be a better mother. I mean, she
Parenting
tries
classes?
sometimes, she really does. If
Never
it was
has
me, I would take the baby to work.
It's not you,
and bring
it's
it
hers,
back.
and it's her baby. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day. Your claim dismissed.
Leave
And you, Matt. You're a piece of
everybody else.
You won't see your daughter either. I'll see you in court.
Yes, ma'am, you will.
Well, I mean, I'm just glad that now he knows it's his daughter that he's been dying the whole time anyway. So now I'm gonna take him to court and we'll fight over it.
I'll be willing and waiting for that day to happen, and God bless you. You really
Yeah,
need
you're
Jesus.
welcome. You do too.
You really need Jesus.